Welcome to another episode of Clawing Up the Rating Ladder. Today I'll be trying to push from 1900 to 2000 as best as can, and once that's done, this will be the last episode of this playlist. And after that, we'll be moving on to 2K plus. So that'll be a separate series on how to, or rather not how to, but how I try to proceed from a rating of 2000 to as high as I can get. So let's get started. First match, 1950. Let's go with c5. Okay, knight c3. I could either choose to play knight c6, e6, g6, followed by this. All good moves. Let's go with this. Okay, this is standard move to stop any ideas like this. Any ideas like that? So okay, so white is trying to get this push in. I could try to prevent it like this. Knight f6, putting pressure on the e4 pawn and preventing this from being played immediately. I'd actually go for that. So now he has to take care of this piece. If he pushes, yeah, okay. So he could have pushed, but he decided not to. This is a candidate move. a6. I could also play queen c7. Or a6 b5 also seems like a good idea. d5 is also a candidate move. Of course, I'd have to recapture with the knight instead of the pawn. Another possible move is knight takes e4, and after queen takes, then I play d5. That would get the queens off. Yeah, that would pretty much just get the queens off. No gain. I think I'll go for a6 followed by b5, just for the reason that I don't want to. I want to delay developing my dark square bishop until I have a better square. Right now, e7 is an okay square, but it's not the best. Okay, now I'm seriously thinking about c4, just because I want to keep my space control over the center, and also I want to prevent d4 from happening. Okay, this is a serious thing, because now if I play bishop b7, then d4 is possible. Takes, and suddenly white has a great center, and I have like not much to do about it. Play this as well. Okay, let's push. He's gonna go here. That's fine. After d4, I'm just gonna prepare to take. That's much better for me. Yeah, let's play bishop b7. Is necessary. Okay, so he tries to strike at my pawns. Makes sense. Let's see. Taking once would serve no purpose. He just recaptures this way or this way. Might have to play something like 95 at this point. And try to recapture with the knight instead of a pawn. Yep. Also open on bishop size up. Not a bad thing at all. b4 I'm very happy to see. I'll reroute my knight, move my knight to the king side, and my bishop sides are open. I can move my bishop to, I'll say, e7. Play d5 in the future. Okay. Putting more pressure on this point. Exchanging my bishop for this knight would not be a good move, I don't think, because all my pawns are on white squares. So this is my bad bishop. I should be trading this, if at all, for a knight. But the alternative is that I need to probably drop this pawn, because he has quite a lot of pressure on it. I could defend it again. I'd actually do that. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Bring my rook into play. Exert some pressure here on the c file. This would be a blunder at this point. So where to develop my bishop? Okay, he pushes. So this is completely closed. This knight is pretty much dead. I need to stop this. This pawn is there just to stop this advance, and if he does play it, I should probably do this because no other move to consider. Now I can actually consider bishop e7 and castling, and I could bring my rooks to the D and C files, and then try to push e5. Try to push d5. Sorry. Okay, so he brings his bishop out, which doesn't really make too much sense because this is right now, because it's pretty much locked in. His plan is obviously to play d4, d3 or d4 at some point and exchange this pawn off and then push c4. I should be able to prevent that if I keep my priorities right. So my first priority is to keep pressure on this pawn so that once I take, there is no option of playing c4 because my bishop and knight would be on it. That would just lose the pawn. So right now I need to get my king castled. If he pushes, I'm taking for sure. Okay, he goes here. Now he's definitely going to do this because otherwise his knight has literally no options to move anywhere. But he is struggling for space, so maybe I could think of taking some initiative at this point. Or should I just delay it for a while? a5 is no good. This is just a solid response. Yeah, I'm just going to castle here. This is coming very soon. Oh, maybe that was his option. That was his intention. Well, I'm not going to take that, of course. If he takes, I'll just help my center. This is quite an inviting move. I think I would actually prefer to play this first so that I have some pressure on this c file. I'll play queen c7 and then maybe I'll bring my rook either to the e file or the d file and then push d5. The reason I'm playing queen here is just to keep some extra pressure on the e5 square. So in the event that he pushes e5, I won't be able to take it immediately, but I can play something like knight g4 and then I have some good pressure, and he has to play something awkward like that just to defend the e5 pawn, which would be kind of overextended. So yeah, okay, here is where I need to take that, otherwise his center is just way too big. Let's take it. Okay, also now I have this option. So okay, he does have some pressure here, so maybe I should look at that first. How to defend this? I could choose to get a tempo by playing pawn takes, and after rook takes, a5. So that's a possible option. But I'm more interested in something like, say, yeah, this is probably a better move. Knight e5. If he takes here, then I have this intermezzo, and then grab this pawn, and then I can capture here later, or just leave it be. I don't really care about that. But after knight e5, things to consider is this, and after queen takes, this is a very good move because my queen would be hit. I can't really support b5 any more than it already is, or can I? I could play knight a7, but that just seems sad. Okay, it's ugly, but I think it needs to be done. But even then, do I even have enough to support it? Here. I actually don't. Okay, but this hangs in the end. Guess I'll play that. I need to support this with one more piece somehow. Maybe something like this. It looks ugly, but yeah, I've just been tied down to this. Yeah. I could play pawn takes. It should probably take. Yeah. That drops a knight if I don't. So like that. At least my knight is in a good position now. So if he takes it, he can take twice, but then I get this pawn, and I think this is a bit more valuable. Yeah, I think this pawn is definitely a bit more valuable than this one. Or maybe not. This might be bad because he has two connected passos on the queen side. Still, now I think my position is slightly better. I mean, slightly better than it was before. Could be that white is still better in the position, but yeah, so he goes for this first. I could play something like knight g4. Then again, playing this still means I can't take it. No, actually, yeah, I can play knight g4. After queen takes, I can just grab this knight first, structural damage, and then take this pawn. That would be game over. But after knight g4, something like this, I'm not too worried about that because then I can grab here. Again, structural damage if he doesn't recapture, so looks pretty sensible. This is a backward pawn, yeah, but if this pawn goes, then these two, then I can have my own center and expand pretty well. Right, so h3 just ignores it. I think I'm going to capture here first, just so that if he recaptures with the pawn, then his position is obviously crumbling. If he recaptures with the queen, I get this pawn. Don't think there's much to think about. Just grab. Of course, here pawn takes g4 is not allowed because I'm on his queen. Not even sure what the best move would be. Yeah, okay, so he plays this way. I should probably get my knight out of attack and grab the pawn while doing so. And this is really a good move right now. Knight c4, because it jumps into the hole that's there on c4, and also I can cement it in there with d5. Play bishop f6, and I think I have a pretty comfortable game after that. So yeah, he's trying to double attack the knight and the pawn, but I can just block both of those with knight c4. I don't see a better move. I'm also low on time, so I should probably just play it. Okay, so he's moving his bishop. He wants to save his bishop. Makes sense. Understandable. I'm just going to improve my bishop, play d5, and focus on this weak pawn on c3. This knight moves, this pawn is falling, so he is restricted in a very big way. Knight a3. So I guess the point is after I take, he's going to recapture with the rook, but I can still grab this. I don't think I can do this directly because of knight b5. Or can I? Still be on the rook. If I can just move here and attack the knight and the rook. I think that's better for me actually, so I might just take this. Knight takes, I don't have an issue with that. I might just grab the rook. And there are no good moves, good places for the knight to go, so yeah, I think I'll just grab this. Because after knight takes b5, I actually have this, queen e5. So that maintains my knight here, and I can just keep trading more pieces is just good for me, so I don't mind that at all. Plays it. That's basically the only move, otherwise he's forking my queen and the bishop, and there's no other move that defends the bishop as well. Okay, queen trade, still on the rook. My knight is excellent on c4. Okay, now I could actually try to bring my rooks to the C and B files, because that's where I have my maximum pressure. So at this stage, I think he has to play something like knight e3, because his knight really doesn't have too many squares other than that. And then I can just grab on d4. Next move is going to be d5. Yeah, okay, so plays this way. If I take, can he play something like this? No, he can't. He can't distract my rook from defending my knight, so let's just play it. 2 pawns up. I'm going to play d5, have a solid center. Not much to worry about, I don't think. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna push now, because I'm going to take the space in the center, and then maybe I can start pushing my own pawns. I would like, this is a pass pawn, not an outside pass pawn, but it is a pass pawn. I'm just going to double on the, okay, double on the c file, push, make sure I have a flight square that's not the same color as his bishop, which would be h7, and play rook e2, rook a2. Now I would like to actually trade off this bishop, because I'm actually forcing the trade because I'm hitting both the bishop and the rook. So just simplifying, major simplifications. Right, next is this. If he goes for something, yeah, he might go for that. I thought so. Go here, and I think, no, I can't play that, can I? Okay, let's defend. So I mean, I can just push, don't need to make it complicated. Or is it already complicated? So wait for a second. It's a waiting move, purely waiting move. Check. Yep, I'm just trying to get my rooks in a good position and trying not to lose on time. What I would like is for my rook to defend this pawn and allow the other one to start marching forward. Okay, you know what, I'm just going to do this and push. Okay, so now my rook is actually free. Might just actually just give up this pawn, I'm not sure. Push here. If he plays this, I have this, I guess. Let's go here. I play this. Okay, that. Now he has to spend some time in reorganizing his rooks onto the second rank. And at that time, I will have a move like this. He can push this, I have no issue with that at all. Exchanging rooks is fine by me. Time is an issue though. Nope. Okay, let's go for it. Yeah, time is a big problem. Very big problem. That's just a rook, what? Oh, he might be trying to time burn me, but this is pretty much enough because I think I can get the pawn now. And I could even like exchange it by force, I think. Or get it by force. And just plant the rook here. Plant the rook here. Push, push, push. To make sure that there's no problems here. Push, I get a queen, I think. Just need to keep this, keep the king within that box and I should be fine. Yep, and this is just mate next move. That was very close. That was way too close for my liking, to be honest. Yeah, just got the mate in time. I don't think he should have tried to sacrifice this rook over here at this point. I would have definitely had trouble converting it if I had to deal with both rooks, but he just sacrificed it for some reason. I don't know why. And yeah, after that it's pretty much could have been cleaner, but yeah, that was pretty close. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's jump into another one. Best by test. Let's play this. I plan to expand by d4. Okay, so bishop g4 is quite a plausible move. I could either castle or play h3 in preparation for it. I think I'll actually go with h3 this time. It's quiet, but I don't want to be, or I don't want to have any, how do I say this, interference with my plans. So he could strike with knight f6 right now. I'm fine with that. Play d3, solid moves. Bishop b3, knight a3, and so on, and knight d2 even at that point. Okay, so he's taking here. I could grab once, get this pawn at this on e6, and then play something like, actually that's, isn't that just winning? Bishop takes, sorry, pawn takes, queen here hits both these. Oh, but there's queen c8 at the end. Yeah. So that doesn't win anything immediately. I'm just going to play queen b3 because once these are exchanged, my queen is in a very good position to help in opening up the center. And yes, so she's already defending this. And I can play rook e1 next and prepare to push d4. So yeah, just expanding in the center. Oh, this is hanging. But is it hanging really? How is it hanging? I don't think so. I can play this, can I? Yeah. So I'm gonna defend this pawn. Coming is rook e1, bishop f4, and rook c1. Some nice pressure on the c file. I can even play something like knight b5 or knight d5 when the time is right. Okay, so he's preferring knight b5, makes sense. He's not threatening b5 at all, so I'm just gonna go on with my moves. I could go e3 or f4 with my bishop. The problem with bishop e3 is that my rook doesn't have a direct line of sight to my pawn, so that might be a problem in the future. But I like this because this sort of at any point, if he does play d5, then c7 becomes vulnerable. Yeah, so now I don't really agree with that. Knight a7, because I can just play a5 at a4 at this point. He's not getting this move. He's not getting this move. He has to play something like c5 or something, and I'm very happy with that. I can delay that for one move because. Okay, now the question is, where do I put my rooks? Do I put my rooks on the D and E files or the C and D files? I definitely want one on the C file. Definitely want one on the D file. Two rooks, three positions. Three amazing positions. I think I'll play A4 first. Oh, I should probably move a rook first. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep one rook is always gonna be in the C file. That's pretty much fixed at this point. So yeah, what I meant was that after this thing, after knight takes e4, okay. Play this. This gets back the tempo. That would be a great move. What is he trying to play? Is he trying to play e5, d5? That doesn't work here. D5 takes. Yeah, okay, maybe it does work, but it's very. I can play this d5 myself. I actually like that. That takes away the c6 square from the knight forever. I'm gonna play this. No, maybe I should play knight takes. Yeah, I'm actually, if he takes here, okay, he doesn't take here, but yeah. So now I should play a4 to stop his knight from jumping there. Now I have some space on the queen side. Now I can look to, yeah, so he tries to put pressure on it, but I don't really see that as a threat. Now I can get my rook here, and okay, he's trying to get this in, I guess. Makes sense. He can't really stop it either, so. Oh, actually, I could look to play this, because he needs one tempo to play b5, but in the meantime I can play this, open it up. My knight's in a great position. This is sure nice. It's a passed pawn though, so that makes it slightly more valuable. Trying to break in the center because otherwise this thing might actually work. So right now I don't think he has time to play it. Maybe he does have time to play it, not sure. Okay, so should I take? I don't think I want to take just yet because that gives him strong pawn duo. So I'm going to play something and pass a move because I want him to respond to this pressure first. I'm going to play queen d3. So after this, yeah, I kind of like queen d3. We should play queen e2 though. I would like to play queen e4, but then, you know, his knight is here, so Let's play queen d3. This gives an option of also if c4 then I can play queen d5 and there's no immediate knight move which can cause havoc. So now he really has to respond to this. Yeah, okay, so he gains a tempo. Thought he might do that. Still, this tension is good for me, I think. Let's retreat. Let's respond to this at some point. Yep, he does. Now my knight is in a great position. I really like this square. It's a loose piece. Could try to take advantage of that later. So yeah, now this is, see, he played that just to support this thing, support the pawn. So now I could try playing something like queen f5, which comes with the tempo on the knight. Yeah, I like the look of that. After knight f6, what do I do then is the question. This is not completely clear. Okay, I should probably support this at some point. Or should I? I should definitely support my d-pawn. Oh, this move is coming for sure. Oh, I could push this actually. Keep my pawn where it is. No, but after I push, first of all, it's easily targetable. Second of all, there are things like this which flushes my knight around. Then again, this becomes a weakness. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this here for now. I'm going to just bring my other rook here to defend this thing. So that way my knight and my queen are free to go elsewhere. This is going to be next. He'll have to play this in return. Okay, so he's just trying to exchange this knight off, which is understandable. I think I'm just going to play queen f5. Now if he takes, then this is yeah, now he can't take, so yeah, that's a good thing. Now he's looking to play this, I guess. Still, I think I have some advantage here. It's not a time advantage, I'll tell you that much. Can I generate any sort of attack here? His queen's on the king side, his knight is on the queen, sorry, his queen, rook and knight are all on the queen side. There's no immediate way to take advantage of it. I'll play knight g4, but the problem is he can take this with check. Otherwise it would be a pretty good move. Maybe I could try something like this. Could also try something like this, caveman style. Too many decisions. This could come anytime, so I can't depend on depend on my knight to defend the square. But I might have to, because otherwise I just lose the pawn, yeah. That knight needs to go. Needs to go for sure. Oh, I can actually play this move. Bishop f4, and I'm threatening this. Takes h6. It takes a long time to think of these moves, and like I'm not even sure that it immediately wins or anything. Can I not just take now? Because if he takes, then I have queen g5 and g7 is very hard to defend. Impossible, maybe. Should I even risk it? I could just play something like this. Yeah, I'm really low on time. I should probably have just gone for it and played Ship takes h6, but yeah, no time. But then again, I have a nice position here. I like it. I can play b3 and just cement my pawn there forever. Okay, f5. Should have seen that coming. Let's drop back. It's coming now. This is a nice hole. Ah, that's a mistake. This is available. That's what happens when you get low on time. Just absolutely forget about everything else. Shame. Okay, he misses it, which is nice for me. Don't I get the exchange? No, am I missing something again? I don't think so. This looks like a clean exchange. Yeah, I mean, f5, f4 is killer there. GG's right there. Okay, let's grab that. Let us threaten the knight, which has actually no good squares, and push. Okay, let's push. I could take this at some point if I wanted to. I don't really need to. You can take this, but yeah, that really doesn't matter. That's not where the action is. This is where the action is. Just threatening the queen now. I think a queen. I get a rook at least. Yep. And yeah, queen's off, and now only time can get me, as it has many times in the past. Response falling. Yep. I need to restrict this knight. If I can do that, then I think the game is mine. Yeah, so now I'm just taking away all the squares and attacking the knight. And yeah, it's trapped. Okay, cool. That was pretty convenient. Doesn't matter, I just need to not lose some time. I can pre-move a lot of stuff. Grab this. Come here, grab this. Yep, cool. Okay, nice. Let's go again. These are getting harder and harder. I was completely lost after f4 the last game. Thankfully, I didn't play it and just blundered immediately. There was no attack on g7. That was just a bluff. His queen was on the queen side, defending it laterally. Okay, just they play passively. I'm just going to expand and get my space. Maybe I should have prepped that with e6 first. Don't know. Okay. This is far more passive, but then they might do that when they want to push c4 or c3 at some point in the future. Bishop g4 has its merits. So does e6. e5 also, just to completely prevent any action on the d file. I think I'm going to go for e6. Just play it standard. Allow bishop g2. Play bishop e7 and then castle. This bishop is going to go here. Sure. Since I blocked this diagonal, I'm gonna have to bring my bishop out along this diagonal. Yeah, so he's gunning for d4. Can he play it right now? Yes, he can play it right now, but I can give him an isolated pawn. If I play this, it only helps him because he can just develop. So yeah, get castled, get my rooks into action. This is I'm very happy to see. That Not sure. Because if I play this, okay, he could push. I guess that's the point. So yeah, so now he has a space. I'm probably gonna gun for this. Or simply play this. Yep. Take once. Yeah, so now I have this sort of maneuver at my disposal. I'm gonna start off with this because my bishop really doesn't belong anywhere else. Like literally no other square makes sense. Get my pieces on the c file and try to take control through this open file. Right, so he prevents knight b4. This is a clear move that I should try to go for. I think I like that. So I'm going to play here. In the case of b4, then I'll be really happy because all these squares will be under my control, seeing as this bishop is on this diagonal. I could play this, push, and then move my other knight to b6. That's my plan. These superfluous knights, just so that they can take the other's position if one gets exchanged. I might not even jump my knight into c4 unless b4 comes, actually, because I have good control. Only if this b4 comes, kicking my knight. Yeah, okay, so it comes. Yeah, okay, let's go. Okay, now is the question, how do I recapture? If I take with the pawn, that gives me a passed pawn. Then again, shuts my bishop's eyes off. And this bishop gets control of this diagonal. If I take with the bishop, then everything remains closed. This bishop doesn't really do much. Yeah, if I'm going to take out the bishop. Even no, but it's an open file. Should I really give it up? You can take out the rook. Yeah, I think that's the best way. I'm going to take out the rook. And then double my rooks on the c file. And maybe I could remaneuver my bishop to come here or something. Or when my rook moves, my bishop's side is going to be opened up anyway. So I don't need to worry about my bishop being being without a job, because it's going to have one always. Now what I'm more worried about is my dark squared bishop, where it belongs. For now, I see a4 as a nice square for my knight, if I can get it to a4. All the play is going to be on the queen side this game. I don't really see anything that's happening too much on the king side unless he chooses to suddenly try to attack, in which case I'll have to scurry back and defend. Knight d2 is not possible right now because the d pawn is hanging. In fact, that's a big weakness. d4. Okay, so he goes, oh wow, did I just miss that? I just missed it. But it's not completely over, I don't think. I'll have an unopposed light squared bishop, and the bishop pair. I don't think I mind that too much. Yeah, I could play this, banking on the fact that he takes. Otherwise, it's a horrible move. But if he takes, then my bishop can come to life on this diagonal, which I really like actually. Oh, this might actually be good for me all of a sudden. Knight b6, queen here, and how are you responding to this pressure along this diagonal? I think the best move, if I look at the engine later, will be not to take the rook at this point, because now this is a completely dummy piece. I played it with the belief that he would actually take the rook. If he didn't, this is an absolutely horrible move. This has no more play for the rest of the game. But yeah, so he goes like this. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, I think he's trying to blockade it, something like this, but pressure will win. I think I have too much pressure. Let's go here. I can even play something like this and threaten this stuff. I have play now. I have a lot of play. Yeah, so he tries to clog it up. I think I'm just gonna keep here and keep him pinned. Keep this knight pinned to g2. In the meantime, I can expand my operations by placing some pressure here, even pushing, going to c5 and pushing c3. This knight is pretty much pinned, so I don't have to worry about it. I could even play something like this. Of course, this would happen, which would not work. But yeah, let's see. I think knight e4 is also a good move at this point. Basically, anything that undermines this the defense of d4. Okay, so yeah, what to do? I think I'm gonna play knight here now. So like, keep in mind, he still can't take this. He still can't play this because this pawn is hanging now. Of course, he could take it. I mean, he could move it and then give up the pawn, but yeah, he might do that. He might do that. I don't know. You know what? In that case, if he just played here, I would just grab it, and keep my bishop, or I might just take with the knight and keep both my bishops. In any case, this is a weak point for white, so keeping pressure on it makes sense. Yeah, I think this is where my rook belongs on the c file to push the c pawn forward. If he allows me, I might just take out this bishop. Yeah, he's allowing me. Be assured. I don't see a better move. Still, this bishop is quite useless right now. Yeah, I'm actually gonna avoid this. This knight is still pinned, so as long as that's the case, as long as this pawn is weak and vulnerable, I shouldn't have too many problems with this. Another good thing about this long diagonal is that not only g2, there is also always the threat on h1. So even if his queen is on the second rank, covering g2, there's not much he can do about defending h1 with my battery, against my battery. He's still doing nothing about this, which prompts me to think I could maybe play f6, even risk playing f6 at this point. Because if all I have to do is dislodge this knight, then there's not really too much that needs to be done. It's already like sort of precarious. The only other thing I should consider is whether I should take this. He takes, push c3. Obviously, you can't take this because it's false, and that's a more important pawn, I think. So yeah, takes, push. Queen could go, I don't know, here, back. But then that's where I have no way to proceed. I should probably play f6 at this point, seeing how this is weak. Moves like this I'm not afraid of because I can just immediately grab this and then fork. So yeah, I'm gonna play this. It's sort of risky because it does open up my king, but my main aim at this point is you just flush this knight away from e4. It's very annoying. So yeah, I don't see too many moves that he has that free him from this move. e4 could be one, but that's risky in its own way. This could be doing a better job, I think. Maybe I could reroute it like this, given the time. This would really be a knight. Okay, so he just gives it up. So he wants this, of course. Which he's not getting this bishop. Like if I play this and then plays that, that'll be horrible for me. So I should probably exchange this knight off. How am I gonna do that? What's the best way I can do that? I think this is best because this is my least active piece. This is doing a great job tying the queen down to b2. So I think I would really like to take this away. And the next move, just grab here. Don't see any problems with it. Yeah, because my bishop is literally doing nothing on e7. So yeah, I definitely take it. So my queen is under fire right now. Play here, threaten h1. How does he defend h1, by the way? I don't see a good way. No checks. Yeah, this is h1 is a major focal point for me. Of course, I don't think it's mating immediately, but it could. It doesn't have to. It just needs to win some big amount of material. So let's see. His next move is going to matter a lot to the result of the game, because I'm down in exchange. But my bishop is an absolutely killer piece on b7. Absolutely killer. How to defend h1? How does he even defend h1? Maybe he's calculating whether he could get away with allowing the check on h1. I don't think he can, but let's see. I do have another trump card in my hand, which is that if the queens ever get exchanged at the end of that sequence, which he will have to respond to, I will be able to grab this bishop and have like two pieces. Okay, so it goes this way. Okay, so I think the intention with that is if I play this check, you can go here, and if I give this check on, or if I take this pawn, then he can move the king and his queen won't be under attack. But again, that's where this ties in, which is where I can just directly take this first. So if I take this first, then he can't really recapture the queen, because then this tactic actually wins the queen. So this is where as I said, my trump card really comes into play, because it's just an intermezzo. After I still have this threat. At any point, I can just play queen h1, get my queen out of danger. He has no checks. And in this case, once he recaptures, he's going to lose his queen. Otherwise, he's just going to be a piece down with this killer battery still active. So, right. So I think that's he gives it the bishop. But after this, let's see. Do I have a mate, or do I just have to settle for something less? I think here check, here check. I'm clearly winning in that position. Clearly. But is there anything more? What I'm looking at is queen check, king here, queen check, king goes here, then I can play this, and it's just he has to give up his queen. Oh, does he? Yeah, he does. So check here, here, here. Now do I have anything? That is slightly annoying that I don't have anything here. Oh, do I have something? That could be easy. Check, king can't move, blocks with the rook, then I have this move. I'm clearly winning, like easily winning here. I just need to figure out how. But actually I like this a lot. Check here, I can just take this with check, and then his king is completely misplaced. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for that. Queen e3 looks good, but then he has this defense, and suddenly I'm not making use of my battery at all, which is a shame. So yeah, I'm just gonna play like this. I could even try stuff like this, but my queen is hit, so let's take care of that first. Take this with check. If he goes here, I can actually take this with check. Yeah, this is crumbling. His king should be in deep trouble here. Okay, check. Where's the mate? There's got to be a mate here somewhere. If only my rook was already on the d file. If only. So I don't see where he's going exactly. Might be e2 or d2. Yeah, e2 is probably best because it doesn't lose immediately. d2 would lose to rook check. So how do I actually get him? How do I corral this king? I could use the old trick of this. Queen check, king goes, I don't know, here. Just trade the queens and just win that way. I think I'm going to do that because I'm low on time. If he plays this, then I have this move actually, which I think just wins on the spot. A lot of things win on the spot. Yep, let's go for that. Because at the worst case, I can just trade the queens and just be better. So I don't have too much to worry about. Play here. No, but then bishop here, then he has this move. Just slightly annoying. Let's just poke him a little. Prod. So now I feel like I should definitely have something here. This doesn't make sense. He shouldn't be able to survive this long. I give this check, he goes back to e2 and I have nothing. I should probably play this check now. Yeah, this looks good. Give this check. So if he takes this, then I'm good, obviously. And I can play this. I know it's one move without a check, but he doesn't have this because my bishop's covering that square. So I don't have to worry about too much. What I do have to worry about is the time. Definitely have to worry about my time. Threatening this. Okay. This should not work. Let's try to find the defense. Yep, this just gets the queen. Yep, get the queen. And I don't think there's much. Just have to not flag. This gets the rook. Okay, cool. That's a nice win. I'm sure Stockfish will have something to say about it, so I'm just going to be back in a couple of minutes and let this run through. Let's see, analysis. Yep, so I'm just going to let this run. Be back in a bit. Okay, cool. So yeah, okay, looks like it analysis has finished. Let's just check out where I missed the mate in 5 or something. For sure I would have. Okay, so yeah, about the rook sacrifice. Takes. I should have taken with the bishop, yeah, but okay, so after this blunder, if b5 is not a good move. It take, wow, it, yeah, okay, so taking with the d pawn is better. At least that's not a wrong decision. But Stockfish obviously, okay, so it wants to break immediately. I see. Yeah, push immediately so that I don't have a chance to blockade. Yeah. Okay, so I think I would have actually been worse there had I actually had my opponent play d5. Thankfully they did it, because once the queen comes to d5, then it's quite hard for me to get my own bishop there. So yeah, that's a point to note. So I got my bishop there in this case because my opponent didn't play d5 and left that weak pawn on d4. Push. Blah blah blah. So I could have grabbed it here. I did. And after this, okay, mate in 6. Of course, I missed the mate in 6, but you know, who cares? It's a mate in 6. So I did take this. Obviously, you can't take because let's show this. The reason my opponent played rook c1 was so that when I played queen, I can put the both moves now. After this, check, check, and the king moves. Then in this case, the queen is not hanging. So what the point about this? The point about why I actually took this before. What did I play? Yeah, I took this so that if the queen recaptures, then I can play this, and the same exact same variation when I take, the queen is undefended because it had to step out of its place to take the bishop. So that's a nice little detail. So according to the game, this happened. Took maiden 12. I didn't get the maiden 12. I don't think. Jack, jack, jack. I just want to get up all the pawns so that even if I had to exchange material due to lack of time, I would actually have some an easy, trivial way to win. I wouldn't have to rely on forcing mate. And yeah, that's pretty much nothing to do here. No checks, nothing. It's a queen, and yeah, mate zone. Okay, cool. That was a nice win. Let's move on. And go. Okay, e4 again. h5. Giving up the pawn as well. That's new. What is he trying to play? Should I develop? Should I? This is interesting. Should I try? I could try to open up with d4. I could also try to play bishop c4. Knight c3. A lot of solid moves, but I'm wondering, should I just take the pawn and refute it? And try to refute his variation. Because obviously his point is that he's going to play something like, I don't know, queen 7, hit the knight, and after d4, then he's going to play something like d6, and I won't have any way to defend e4. So I think I'm not going to go for that. I'm very confused as to why he played h5, but I think I'm just going to open it up with d4. Play normally. I think he could punish knight e5 with some sort of queen e7. Not going to bet on it, but it could happen. So okay, so he plays it anyway. That probably is an indication that he was going to play that if I took the pawn. So let's develop and defend. Okay, so he's opening up his bishop. He might be trying to play queen g4 next. Sorry, bishop g4 next to attack my queen. I could defend that and prevent it. Oh, I could actually use this to get a tempo on the queen. Queen d8. could, but there's no need to do it right now, so it doesn't gain me anything. He's not like he's gonna fall for it. So I think I'm actually gonna castle queenside in this game since he's already pushed h5. So I'm just gonna develop. In case of bishop g4, I'm going to defend with my bishop. He doesn't go for it. This is weak now. He can't get a d5 directly, so I don't see why I shouldn't just carry on. Yeah, I'm just going to play my bishop here. This stops bishop g4. And okay, these are a lot of weaknesses. A lot of weaknesses. Dude, I'm just going to castle and castle queenside and then push f4 and then bring my rooks to the f file and e file and just try to steamroll him. I don't care if that if my knight gets traded for the bishop. That's a really good bishop. He'll have a lot of weaknesses on his dark squares if he gives it up. And this is coming. If he pushes c5, then I can play knight b5 and have some nice pressure on d6. Okay, so he prevents that. He's probably trying to push c5 at this point, but that doesn't work in any case, because even if he pushes c5, I can play knight d5, hit the queen, and at the very least I can, I don't know, make a knight move back, and certainly I have control over g6 and eventually f7 by bringing my bishop to g6, bishop to b6. I mean, sorry. So I'm not scared of c5 at any point. My only question is, should I go for f4 directly or after I put a rook on the file? I think I'll go for f4 directly. The point is that if he plays this, play c5, then after all my shenanigans with knight d5 and stuff, I'll need a place to move a knight to. And at that point, if I choose f3, then I would much rather the pawn is already on f4. Okay, so it does go for c5. So this is where I wanted to play this knight move, intermezzo. Hits the queen. And at this point, I could think of playing stuff like that. Knight f3. Yeah, that looks really good actually. Because at this point now I can play knight g5. There's no tricks on g2, on b2, sorry. Okay. So he wants to trade it off. Should I allow that? I can probably allow that, because even if he trades it off, I'm going to take with my e pawn. That'll fix his pawn on as a weakness. Then I have the open e file to administer my checks and attacks. So again, I'm going to play this knight g5, very sensible, logical move, because he has already compromised his kingside security. So yeah, now at this point, if he plays this, that's pretty much game over, because my knight jumps in here and it's dunzo, nothing to think about. This, I think he might try some cheapo like this, but I have adequate defenses. So the point right now is that I can basically consolidate and get my rooks to the open file, and So yeah, he's trying to launch some sort of queen's head attack on me. I don't think it works. I actually have this check right now. I find it pretty interesting because I can play this check. He moves his king somewhere, that's irrelevant. Then I play this bishop b4, and his queen is actually trapped except for a3, which I can then play b3 and completely trap his queen. I'm pretty sure that traps the queen. Let's check it out. This is a free check anyway. It's a discover check, so I can pretty much do anything with this move I want. That's what I like about discover checks. And I'm 99% sure that I'm also trapping his queen this way. Because once he plays this knight b6 move, the queen is really short on squares. Yeah, so again, this is in the case of no knockout blow, or I don't see any knockout blow. I could play this, but then this is hanging, so I think this traps the queen. I'm pretty sure it does. Queen here, and then b3 is traps the queen. Yep. This is hanging, but you know, who cares? Don't need to care about a pawn when you get the queen. It's covered, attacked. Right, so he goes for a desperate attempt to I don't know, I think he's trying something like, oh, this is what he wants. He wants to have me take this way, and then he can play this and hit both my queen and this, but I don't need to go for that. I don't have to. I could, but I don't think I need to, because I can just take his queen, grab this, and once he takes my queen, I can recapture with however I want, and I'm just a piece up. But do I need to resort to that is the question. I think I do, because my bishop is hit right now. Oh, you know what? I don't have to resort to that. I could actually play this. Is the queen still trapped? Wow, the queen is still trapped. No, it's not. Can go to here. Yeah. But then after this, I have this again. Oh, this is crazy. Queen can't go here. I mean, bishop covers this. This is the only available square. Bishop covers this. My bishops cover this. Here. My queen covers this. Everything is covered. That's a crazy queen trap. Oh, that's good. That is so good. I need to analyze that. That's crazy. Not every day that you see. Yeah, so I don't know what he was thinking about h4, h5 in the beginning of the game. But yeah, I mean, a lot of weakening moves. This is probably obviously the best move. King here. Here. So it just wins, but in this case, yeah. So okay, so this is actually better. How? What about this then? Oh, I can play this. So there's a way. So basically, exchanging these pieces in indirect way, exchanging the pieces, and the queen is still trapped. I see. That's a neat way. Didn't occur though. So yeah, at this point, what I was thinking is after this, the queen is literally trapped. It's nothing. This is the only square to go, and after this, I think this just traps it again. Yep, double queen trap. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's move on then. What's my rating? 58. That's good. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully, we can keep the streak going on. Offline. Okay. Okay. Got a strong opponent here. Let's go with e4 again. It's pretty close to 2000. So okay, the French. I have a couple of ways of playing against the French. One is going like this, and after d5 exchanging, and then playing the boring way. The interesting way is to actually play like this, and after this say I don't care about your pawn tension, you're not getting me to take or push. I kind of like that approach, so I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, he's pre-moved it. These French players, they literally have just one plan, e65, which is not a bad thing, but it's kind of boring. It gets kind of boring after a while. So yeah, this is I think a standard move, but might be prepared for this. At any point I could just exchange and go to the most boring variation you've ever seen in your life. I think I might just play bishop g5 at this point. Yeah, I don't really have too much of a plan in these positions because quite simply I don't like them. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I think a good thing to do here is to push and get the space and exchange the bishops. I'm gonna exchange these bishops and put all my pawns on dark squares. So yeah, I could play f4 at this point. c5 is most definitely coming, but then I have moves like this, so I don't need to worry too much about it right now. I think I'm gonna go for f4 first. Actually, no, f4 and then queen h4 actually forces me to play this, which I don't like too much. I could start with bishop d3. Nah, why rob this? Oh, you know what? I could go queen g4, hit g7, might have to castle, then play knight here, then try to just crush on the king side because I have space. That's why I have space, so that's where I'm going to attack. My knight for now stops him from playing c5, so that's a good bonus. I think I'm going to try that. Let's play queen g4. He can't play this. This knight's never coming to f6, at least not too soon. So now is where I try to develop my stuff. So okay. Isn't this like sort of good for me? Or this? He's threatening this, so some sort of. He's threatening the pawn right now. I don't want to take. I'm not going to take. But I could really think of f4 at this point. But then then again, f4, f5 gets closed. We don't want that. So could I play something like this? Threaten this pawn. Yes, to I don't know. Maybe defense like this. True. Yeah, this could get complicated. I could play. This would be the most simple way to play it. But then my bishop gets shut down. That's what I don't like. He goes in 2 steps because he knows I can't take directly, and that if he plays f5, then I will just take en passant. So he goes in 2 steps to make sure that this is definitely closed, which is a good move. So it's a good strategy. It's a great strategy actually. So yeah, I'm seriously considering f5 right now. f4, sorry. But in response to f5, what to do is the question. Okay, I just have to play it because I need to support this for sure. And if he takes then I'm not afraid of that at all. Okay, time for me to prove my statement. I'm not afraid of it. I really don't think, because I'm going to play knight f3 next and there's no attack. He has no attack. I'm going to castle queenside. I'm safe. Okay, so now he's actually threatening c5. Makes sense. I could start with some threats of my own, like this. That's a good reply though, or is it? No, it's not a good reply. Yeah, that's not a good reply. I could play this. How's he defending? How's he defending it? Because my point is, after this, takes, queen here. I get this with the check. So I think that's quite a lot of pawns for the piece. I get 3 and then maybe 4 also. Maybe 4, probably not 4. But in any case, I think I need to castle first, because even if he plays this c5, I need to have some sort of response. And that is my response. So, oh, but actually, if I play this, that's bad. But if I play this, after this, I can play takes, and he doesn't have to recapture. That's the annoying part. Anyway, I think this is a necessary move that I have to play, given that I've come to this stage. I don't like how I've played this actually. Because I see a very simple way for him to just stifle all my play. My only hope is to play something like knight f3, knight g5 and get some sort of ghost of an attack. Really? That is new. That is so weird. Why would he do that? This is much better for me, I think. I could play this. After something like this, I could play this check. Check. I mean, king here. Is that mate? What is he doing against it? What? Queen here. He doesn't have time to take or push or anything because I'm threatening check and mate. What is he? What's his plan exactly? Oh, that was his plan. Oh, nice. Yeah, but I didn't see that coming. So I could probably take this and ruin structure. But yeah, that's a good resource. So he gets the queens off. I'm gonna have to take because I don't wanna just lose my queen and not have anything for it. So I'm gonna have something for it. This is probably a good move. It's gonna push. Yeah, so much more messy than it had to be. So much more messy than it had to be. But if I play this push knight g5, there are still weaknesses. I mean, the game's not over. I don't think it's gone into an end game just yet. Theoretically, yeah. When there's no queens, it's sort of an end game. But this I don't fancy that much. You could even take this pawn. Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm gonna develop here. He plays this. I'm too happy to play this. So it takes. Good grab here. This pawn though. Yeah, I think I can't even maintain that. That's a problem. That was a good move. Really good move. Okay, I guess I have to play it like this then. Try to get this pawn back and try to exert some pressure along the e file. Pity that attacks had some good promise, but can't have everything. Okay, now I'm actually thinking of this. Yeah, I like that. I like that actually. Gives me some play, some play. Yeah, so he takes it, which is wise. I could play this, but then it's a nothing check. Doesn't really do much. I can't preserve this bishop. That's what irritates me the most. Maybe I could preserve the bishop. But then simplest thing would be just to play this way and then try to get it e6. But yeah, I don't believe it anymore. Should I take with the pawn? Maybe I should. Yeah, but he should probably take my bishop right now. It's probably best for him. The only chances I have are because his pieces are still inactive over here. So how do I do this? Take the rook just to give myself some activity. Yeah, that's expected. I can actually play this right now, which I like. I like this is actually good because takes then I'm on the rook and also this pawn. I'm hitting the rook right now, so we can't really do that much, thankfully. If only I can salvage something in the name of activity over here, I'll be fine. Because I am down a pawn. That is to be noted. Also way down on the clock. Still, there is some hope. Like, where is he going with his rook? Maybe I could take advantage of it. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so obviously this is probably best. Gets me the pawn back, at the very least. I think I'll go for that. Yeah. Here, and then I have like rook takes or knight takes, whichever. I'll probably play knight takes, so I can get another tempo on the knight. And play c4 and solidify my knight's position. Scrap here. Then I can play like this and exert some pressure on g4. That seems a bit okay. This is actually could be a blunder. Maybe he plays rook d6. Rook d6 is a good move. Another, yeah, but this is a blunder. Yeah, check and then I grab the rook. Could probably pre-move. Yeah, should I pre-move? Yeah, I should. I mean, should I just? Yeah, I think this is probably best. Yeah, takes and play something like this. Yeah, so I'm up the exchange now. He needn't have blundered that, but he did, so I'm thankful. Yeah, now I can just take this pawn, play this. I'm up a lot of material right now. Outside passes as well, so it's good. Now I think I can actually try and win this knight. Maybe it's possible. At the very least, just dominate with my rooks. Now I could, if I play this, I'm threatening. I should probably play c3 just so that his knight is short on squares. I could also start pushing. I don't want to allow this knight here or here though. So I'm just gonna stop his counterplay for now. Play something like this. I have this, so it's not a good option for him. Now I actually have this as a move. His knight is very short on squares. So yeah, not really threatening too much, but I mean I'm threatening the knight now, but much more than that in the future. If he plays here, I might just consider just exchanging twice and then winning the endgame, because that's definitely one. Okay, so he plays like that. This is just a fork, I think. Fork, and then I grab the, yeah, this is just done. Again, time is the only issue, if at all. Okay, let's give a check. Give another check. No, let's grab here. And try to exchange the rooks off. If I exchange the rooks off, it's game over, so can't do that. Yep, this is a blunder. That is not, but no, it's not. Oh, I can play this check though. Check. He doesn't have any checks, which is comforting. And I can play here, and I think I'm assured of getting the rooks off. There are no checks for him. Okay, so I think that's probably his best try. I think I'll probably play something like this. No need. Why complicate things? Why complicate things? I just need to stop the check, so any square is fine. Oh man, I actually fell for that. Okay, I mean I'm still winning, but yeah, it's very messy. Oh god. Yep, that was so my position had to be so good that I could even survive that. That was close, very close. But yeah, that trick. My rook wasn't defended, that was the problem. On g4, it could have easily gone the other way if I didn't have enough excess material already. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of cleaner ways. I would have found them if I'd had more time, but still have to do. I just took and just completely missed e3 completely. Take, and yeah, now it's force mate. I was very lucky that I wasn't just like a piece up or something. Then I would have been an exchange down after I lost the rook. So very glad that that didn't happen. Okay, I think 1970. So I mean, climbing very slowly, I must say. Climbing very slowly. Worst opponent above 2k. Nice. Okay. Sicilian, yeah. Good. Haven't had too many Sicilians today. Let's open it up. This variation. Yeah, I mean, there's a variation where you go knight b5 and knight c3, but I don't believe in it too much. Because yeah, I'm gonna just gonna try to play against the weak pawn and these weak squares, like jump and stuff like that. So if he doesn't play this right now, it could be nasty. It could get nasty real quick. He probably is gonna. He probably knows this stuff. This is an alternate move, which could happen. Could very well happen. Moves like this are also. He goes for it. He knows. He knows this stuff. Bishop c4 is a good option. I think I like it. I could also play bishop g5. But I don't really want to exchange. I'm just gonna play bishop c4 and try to. If he doesn't play bishop e7 right now, I can play knight g5 and just get him on f7. But he might just play. Yeah, there it is. Castle, castle, and play h3 to stop him from playing bishop g4 because that's really annoying for me. Now it's very symmetrical and all my hopes rest on being able to get d6. So I should focus on that. I don't know where his play comes from. Obviously he might try to get in d6. Oh, that move. Knight g5. How are you defending f7? I guess you could. It's not that hard. Okay, okay. The knight g5 I think doesn't really work. I don't know what he's trying to play with that move. Okay, I guess he's just trying to get out of the line of the bishop, so not that bad. Knight g5, h6. Do I want to invest a move just to make him concede that weakness? Not really. Okay, knight h6 doesn't even work. Knight g5, he has to play something like queen e8. Then I can jump my bishop into b6. I think I'll just start with a3 because I want my queen to be on d3. So, and command that position of power. So, I'm just going to push a3 right now. I don't think this was a developing move. It is more of a sidestepping move. He really doesn't like my bishop, does he? That could be a good thing. I'm really tempted just to go bishop d5 right now. Bishop d5, let him take the bishop and plant my knight on d5 and have a strong square. Yeah, I like it. Just go for it. I don't think he's gonna take. Oh yeah, he's not gonna take. But yeah, this is interesting now. This is pinned. He's probably gonna try to go for bishop b7. I think I'm just gonna carry on with my plan, which is get my queen up, play rook d1, and try to rain down fire on d6. Okay. Knight g5 is tempting right now, but I don't see any immediate win. So also I'm only too happy to trade these. I could probably jump in here and take control of d8. I'll probably do that after he plays rook d8. Yeah, that makes more sense. Just gonna double on the, I mean not double, but bring my rook to the d file. And after rook, which I'm expecting this, I can just play bishop b6 and get the square under my control. I'm always happy to exchange my white bishop for my knight, just to get my knight in there. Because if my knight does come to d5, then I have thoughts of bishop b6 and then knight c7 forking or at least attacking some stuff. So, and my knight would also really love the outpost on d5. It is a whole, after all. Bishop g5 by me would be a huge blunder right now because of the old tactic knight takes d5. Yeah, so this is what I was planning. So after this, I have this intermezzo. Okay, he might have been ready for that. Now though, I can play knight g5, and it's not that clear what he does with this, how he gets out of that. He could play h6, but that's very weakening. I just read out my knight and bring it to f5. Be very happy about it. I don't see any immediate. Oh, I can bring it to f5 directly. Why am I waiting for h6? Yeah, okay. I'm waiting for h6 because of, yeah. If I play knight h4 now, then he can just take on d5, and after pawn takes, then he would maybe take on h4. I grab on c6. Bishop takes. Not really in a good position there. So I think my bishop should be on a2. Maybe I'm not ready to trade the pieces now. I'm still not moving my rook to e1 because I want to play f4 at some point in the future. Maybe. So I just want to keep it there to reserve my options. The point is that he has literally not much to do here, so just gonna back my bishop up. I think he might play bishop d8 at this point. Yep, expected. But I don't want to exchange, so I'm just gonna retreat my bishop. Here probably. I could even think of this, but unnecessary. It's very interesting. I mean, so many options. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna back up here. So I'm basically on the offense because his pawn on d6 is a significant weakness. Oh, that move. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Still, it's not that bad. Might even be good because now I can just play this. He's still not getting d5 in. If he takes, I could take with the queen, I could take with the pawn. I sort of like taking with the pawn because it gives my rook an extra avenue to attack. If I take with the queen, are there any benefits to it? I don't see any direct ones. Gives me opportunities to attack on the h file. That's good. But then it drops this pawn, so yeah, I can't take with the queen. Take this way. Still taking the square away from the knight. b4 is not for the knight. Granted, he could play this and try to rain fire on my c file, but now I have the b file to work with. We both do, that's true, but again, his rook is far from the action on the king side. Can he get it in, really? Oh, I guess he can. Huh. Didn't see that. Okay. Change of plans. I can't stop him from getting a d5. Wait, no, what? I can. Take. Yo, this is intermezzo. I see. Yeah, makes sense. So after take, he's gonna play knight here. It's not bad in itself. But the problem is that this chaining reaction stops here because he has the same sort of tactics that I do. But yeah, after here, this would just be good for me, so he's not gonna play it. But after this, this. Do I have a next move? Obviously, it would be trying to get my queen away from that square. Okay, cool. We're back. Sorry for that. Unavoidable. Yeah. Okay. So the reason that I only accept casual is not because I don't want to lose rating, nothing like that. It's just that I want to like document each and every time control. So I want to have a bullet series, rapid series, and a blitz series for to put on YouTube and stuff. So I want to just make sure that each official game is recorded separately and not a casual game against a viewer. So very cool. D4. Yeah, D4 is probably one of my weakest openings. It's not very often that you have an entire um, half of your opening moves as can't seem to catch peace in this room today. Okay. Okay. So okay. Actually, I have an unlimited time. I didn't notice that. Okay. Cool. Been playing like it's bullet. Gonna play this way. Ooh, you are threatening stuff, aren't you? Okay. I'm gonna push. Push again. Okay, let's grab. Right, my knight is in a pretty good position because that's a hole. This is a hole in the white position. So I could push f4 right now. I don't mind this too much because my knight would be in a great position. That actually win a piece. So yeah, I think I will push f4 because I'm fine with opening it up. My king is not the. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's a problem. Didn't notice that. I don't think I'm lost though. My king could run. It's not an issue. In fact, I think I will actually run. Oh, there could be a good move at this stage. No, they can't. I was thinking of knight here, but bishop here, and this is not really hanging. How do I actually defend this? This is an option. Very ugly. And this just loses to that, I think. So, I think I just have to run at this point. I hope I don't get mated. Wow. Stick. Why am I getting mated? Oh, nice. That is really good. Yeah, GG's, dude. Yeah, this is just mate, yeah. Nice. That was a good game. Pretty good. I don't think I missed too much, but I just missed just one move, and that was pretty much it. Who's better here? Yeah, okay, so I'm slightly better, but yeah, this is just a huge blunder. Yep. Good game, dude. Indicting? Is that how you pronounce it? Indicting. Thanks for the game. Thank you, Lucky Picks. I do like commentating on these games, so I appreciate it that you enjoy it. Yeah, GG, dude. That was a good one. It just didn't occur to me. Absolutely, like I thought I was crushing you because I completely forgot about your mating attack. So, yeah, that was nice. Good game. What is your rating, by the way? Are you rated on leeches or FIDE rated? Let me know because you were playing like quite fast and quite strong. I think. I would think so. Okay, cool. What's my rating right now? 1981. So I think maybe hopefully just one more game might do it, but I think it might take two. So two more games, hopefully two more wins, and yeah, hopefully we can get to 2K today. Okay, another 2K rated player. We have black this time. Sicilian all the way. Oh, I didn't see these. Okay, Clydesdale 0. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Lucky picks. I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Is that a reference to guitar or something? Do you play the guitar? And indicting. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Meanwhile, my opponent is just stalling. I'm fine. I'll take the win. No clue what this guy's doing. Okay, finally he plays. Okay, he's nice enough to say it's a phone call. I appreciate that. Okay, so he's playing the Mora. This I usually take this. I'm gonna do it because I don't really believe in it. And whenever I play it, I always seem to lose quite handily. So I'm gonna take it. And try to now. Basically, the point is that as black, you either develop or you just absolutely get crushed. So I'm gonna try to get my pieces out. I'm gonna play d6 just to stop this e5 advance. Okay, do I have to be worried about this? I should play e6 probably, just to stop any activity on f7. Problem is if I play bishop g7, then there are moves like this which could hurt me. Yeah, this is a problem in the Mora. If you don't find an efficient way to develop as black, you basically lose. I'm going to play this because I'm pretty scared. I was also afraid of queen d5 hitting f7, so I would probably have to play this at any rate. He's taking his time. That's helpful for me because, as is very apparent, I have a lot of time trouble. So he's giving me a nice handicap. I appreciate it. He has a couple of good moves here. Since my dark squares are especially weak on the king side, if I lose my dark square bishop, it means that he's probably won the game. Like what I mean is, if I lose it for a knight, then pretty much he's won the game because I can't cover those efficiently. He might try to castle here, or he might try to play bishop g5. Either move is good. Okay, he castles. So I should probably get on with my development and try to just weather the storm. Because I have an extra pawn, and if I can keep it, then I win. But if I don't defend properly, then I'm pretty much a piping hot mess. Okay, so I was kind of afraid about knight b5 at that point because I wouldn't have a reliable way to defend d6. I think I should stop it now before it gets serious. Probably gonna swing this rook around, which is pretty good move. In any case, I'm gonna just move my bishop, my knight to e7, my or to f6. Probably not f6 because e5 comes with the tempo. So yeah, probably 97, and then push for d5 at some point in the future. So similar to the previous games where d6 is a weak point for my opponent playing black. Similarly, if I can just get in d5 now, then I'm fine in the game. But if I can't, then that's going to be a point of torture for me to suffer throughout the match. Again, my opponent's spending a lot of time in the opening, even apart from the initial delay, which I don't mind at all. Okay, so he does do that. He does swing his rook around. No threats right now. So I think I can just play knight 97 and get on with castling. I will definitely need to castle. Probably kingside. I could think about queenside, but it takes way too many moves. I'd have to play b5, bishop b7, clear my queen out, and then castle. This way it's just much simpler. I can just do this. I don't really think I have any issues here. He does have the open c file. It's another problem that I'm facing. Okay, that's new. Okay, I see what he's trying to do. Sort of. If I take with the pawn, then he's going to recapture with his pawn, and and both my knight and my e7 knight are both my knights are being hit basically. Can I do anything about it? I don't think so. I can't move this right now because if I play something like this, whoops, if I play something like this or even this just hangs directly, so that would be bad. But what if I play this first? f6, he can't really take. But f6, he moves his bishop somewhere. Then I grab this, that would be bad for him. So f6, he's gonna exchange probably. Then moves bishop. Then don't I get this? That's just what I was saying. If I can get d5 in, I'm pretty much good to go. But the question is, do I even have to go for that variation? Can I just take? Take. This is it, and I can't move it. Otherwise, this falls. If I play f6 at that point, then he could take here. I don't like it that much. I'm just gonna go with f6 here. Yeah, he's gonna go with f6. But his knight is hit right now. He has to do something about it. After takes, I could even consider queen takes, but then I don't get d5 in immediately, so I would have to think about it. On the other hand, if I after captures, I can actually get d5 in. Or can I? Takes. I could, but yeah, okay, this is interesting now. What do I recapture with? I could take out the queen. Queen looks more solid. Because after I take out the queen, he moves his bishop somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. Then I have to move my queen somewhere else. Maybe b4, c5, depending on where his bishop retreats to. And then prep b5 and then bring my bishop out. And yeah, this is a problem. This pawn is the problem for me. So if I play knight takes, that's what I'm calculating right now. Knight takes, move the bishop somewhere, moves his bishop somewhere. Can I actually get in d5? Takes. A lot of takes. Maybe I could actually get it in here. Moves. I'd have one, two, three supporters. He would have 3 attackers, so I think I would be able to survive that. If I can get it in, I don't feel that bad about my position anymore. Then again, I would have an isolated pawn, which is never a good thing. It's not a good thing. Yeah, I would have an isolated pawn. That's another thing I have to consider. Oh, but you know what? I'm gonna play with this. Yeah, I'm gonna take with the knight. Move my queen first, and then push the pawn after I get a rook. I missed that as well. Oh, that hurts. But still, I mean, well, does it even work? Like now material is equal and both his pieces are hit. Okay, this isn't hit really, but yeah, he can just get away now. Yeah, maybe I should play this and try to play this having a rook and a bishop for a queen. I could try that. It's not a bad. Might have to do that actually, because otherwise my pieces are just getting rolled over. So I'm gonna have to play this, take the queen, avoid further trades, play e5 and bring my bishop out, and then bring my rooks out. So yeah, it's gonna be hard. Again, I always have this problem against the Mora, but if I can get one move in here, then I should probably be fine. It's up to him not to let me get that one move in, basically. Yep, that's it's It's a good move, I guess. So I need to try to stop as many trades as possible. Play e5, bring my bishop out. Okay, so he's probably going to try something like this. Makes sense. I can stop it. I should stop it. I'm gonna stop it. Coming is e5 and then bishop here. Okay, so I should avoid exchanges at this point. But should I avoid this exchange? Because I don't think I can really do that without jeopardizing my piece's position. And yeah, I think my knight is basically getting absolutely squashed at that point. So I think I need to exchange once. Yeah, I'm gonna exchange once. Push. Get the tempo against whichever piece takes here. Yeah. Oh, then again he has, yeah, that's annoying. I think, but I think I have to go for it. I need to free my pieces somehow. So yeah, he's gonna play rook d8. Understandable. I'll have to exchange. Oh, I don't have to exchange. Yeah, I don't have to exchange. It's not a check. I don't have to exchange at all. I can just play. I'm gonna just play queen e6. Sorry, bishop e6. Okay, he's not gonna go for that. I think I need to develop. Yeah, for sure. I need to get my pieces out. Make some threats. Question is, can I stay off the dark squares as much as possible? Because I have a light square bishop, he doesn't. My only salvation in this position is the bishop pair. Nothing else would even give me anything remote to compensation. Okay, so he's not even threatening queen d8 at this point. So can I grab it? Can I grab on? No, I probably can't. I can't let his queen enter, so that's the problem. So yeah, I'm just gonna. He doesn't have a way to enter as of now, so I'm just gonna get my rooks into play. Now how to play? I think I need a flight swap for my king. How do I achieve that? So this point is pretty weak, but if I could bring my bishop here and bring my king to defend it, as long as I'm covering the invasion squares, I shouldn't have too much trouble with that. I think I'm going to try for that. I'm going to play bishop here. That incidentally, that also stops the invasion along d6. Playing my king up. Maybe I can retreat my bishop just to keep more compact. No, then again, that would leave d7 open for infiltration. Okay, so it goes with this. Again, if I want to trade, I could trade like this. Of course, trading is the last thing on my mind, given that I'm down material. But I could play this, couldn't I? Bishop, rook c6. Rook c6. His queen doesn't have any infiltration squares. It gives me where to activate my pieces. His queen probably has to come somewhere and defend it. I don't even know where she would go. It's just a thought, but if somehow his rook was defending his bishop, then I would have this tactic of takes maybe and fork. But then yeah, of course the rook is nowhere close to defending. So my plan here is quite simple. I need to double here. Oh, I could actually play this right now, couldn't I? Yeah, but then he can just move the queen and then getting nothing basically. Yeah, so he's gonna play this way. All I need is to keep my entrance points covered. And I shouldn't have too much trouble. For example, if he plays this for now, which I'm pretty sure he is going to, I might actually play this bishop e7 just to keep my entry points safe and secure. Then I can go for infiltrating myself. I don't really see any plans how I might win this, but it's fairly interesting. Time is also an issue. Okay, so I'm not going to take, of course. Mm. Oh, should I? Oh, hold on. What about this? He takes and takes, I'm winning that for sure. Here. Here. Oh, then I have this move. Oh, I'm actually winning this? No way. No way, because if I play rook c2, his queen has to keep control of the bishop. Otherwise, I'll just take it. So I think I can play this. For sure, I need to play something active. Otherwise, I'm just like, yeah. So now, can I play this? Am I not just winning? Oh, oh no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. Because this is so interesting, but it's so dismal. Play this, then he has this check. Well, then I can take it. Yeah, my other rook is also defending. Oh, that's neat. That's neat. Both my rooks are defending the bishop. That's a lifesaver. Otherwise, this move would pretty much ruin it, because if I don't take, yeah, he takes. I'm not going to mess up and take with the wrong rook. I'm going to take with the right rook. And I think I'm up enough material to win. That was so lucky. That was really lucky. Good game, dude. That was insane. Oh man. Plus 12. I'm really just crawling up these. Scrolling. I thought baiting at 20-35 would give me some points at least, but 12 is like ridiculously low. But yeah, it's completely lost at this point. It's amazing that white only has plus 1.9 advantage at this point. But yeah, here. Right, so apparently it's drawn at this position. What? Okay, so that's what he's supposed to do. This is not easy to find for a human at all. And not only this, you need to find that you're not winning at the stage, that you're actually drawing after sacrificing your queen. So yeah, that's very hard for a human to find. I guess the point is that I can't really take, because then I get mated, or at the very least I lose a rook. So yeah, now it's just winning. So what I was saying is, after, let's just make a dummy move here. Here, suppose my rook was actually on this square. Make a dummy move for white like this. Now if I play this, it still works, but all right, yeah, okay, that's the problem. But yeah, I mean, usually there's no mate. What I meant was, suppose if the rook was elsewhere, like, okay, I don't know how to show that, but if this rook wasn't also defending the bishop, then there would have been an intermezzo of this, the rook coming here with check, and then I would have to take it. Otherwise, because my king is obviously caught in a mate, so I'd have to take it, and then I lose the bishop. So yeah, that would be down in exchange for him, but he's already a queen up, so that wouldn't really matter that much. So yeah, cool. So I think I'll play one more. Hopefully we can get across 2k with this one. Hopefully. This is in all the way. Nice e6. Okay, he's going for the closed version. Castles, yep. So I could play here, I could play gunning for that. I should probably go for that. Opening it up. I think this is pretty much theory. How to proceed? I could play. My bishop needs to move. I could play this right now. Yeah, I like it. Let's open it up. Again, learning from previous lessons, I'm not gonna spend too much time in the opening. It's not really that much to think about. I should probably take like this, because my bishop wants to open in size. But the problem is, if I take like this, then my knight literally has nothing to do. So I could take like this. That would be more solid, I guess. Okay, so structural damage granted. If it takes like this, I'm going to recapture this way, just so that my bishop can see. This position I'm fine. I'm not too worried about. Okay, so now I can try to expand this way. No threats on my knight. I could actually try for something, maybe some mating ideas, possibly. Let's see. I think bishop d6 is a good way to start out. Hitting h2. Right. So I see a move here. I could play bishop takes h2, check. If he recaptures, then I have this nice move, intermezzo. King goes back, I grab the knight. I think I win a pawn this way. If he doesn't take the bishop and moves here, I think after this it's just GG's, because yeah, any discovery would literally wreck him. So I think this wins. The only question is whether I want to give up this bishop at this stage. But I guess if I'm getting a pawn, then I have enough compensation for it. I still have another bishop, not an issue. So I think I'll just take. I think it's a clean pawn. Clean pawn. It's not like my position is really precarious or anything. So it's more or less solid. So I can look forward to taking this pawn. Also, I would be on the bishop at the end of that, so not completely lost. Could remove this, but yeah, I'll remove it. May not remove it. Take. Now this I'm expecting something like this, after which I could actually think about going back and then trying some stuff like that in the future. My point is my activities on the king side are not completed. Could actually go for an attack at this stage. Yeah, so he gets the tempo expected. The point is after queen h4, he doesn't have an easy way to kick my queen from the square. I did this. Yeah, you know what? I really like that, because after queen here, I don't even have to castle queen side to get my attack rolling. I could castle king side, put my bishop on the square and push, and then try to play some sort of um, attacking variation like this. So I think I'm going to castle now, or I could play bishop b7 first and then castle. I think both would work. Right. I think I should castle here. It's probably good to castle here. I could also think about bishop b7, push, then wreak some havoc with that. But I think if I castle here, then I'm pretty much solid. If he tries to trade queens, I'm only too happy with that, because I think my position is slightly superior. Yeah, let's go with it. Let us castle, get out of harm's way. In any case, even if he tries, I can just retreat this way. So yeah. Okay, so he goes with this. I think I can get my bishop on b7 and get something rolling. Something. There's no immediate trick with playing e5. I don't have any skewer or attack on his queen. So I think bishop b7 is the best strategy right now. The intention with this move is obviously to unfold my bishop size. Okay, so he goes with this. I could play. Where does my queen go? My queen's almost trapped. Yeah, I have to go here, I think. That's fine. I'm okay with trades, but I didn't realize my queen was that trapped. I could go back, but that would just leave my king side open to further attack, which I don't want. So if he takes, I'm quite happy with that, because I get a good position. Up a pawn, clean pawn. Okay, so he's not going to go for it. Makes sense. He's the aggressor. I could basically shut down all activity with just like g6. Then he has this sort of move, and then I have no way of defending h7 conveniently. So this is probably something which I have to do. Then again, he has moves like this. Suddenly he's attacking and I'm not. It's hard. It's hard. thinking about queen f5 just because I'm so desperate to get the queens off. But yeah, there are so many good moves in response to that. You can even play rook g4. That's a problem. What I really need is for my knight to be on f6, not on d5. You could try for c5. Wait, what is his immediate threat? His immediate threat is to play rook h4. Can I defend it after he plays that move? I don't think I can, because after h6, which is the only defense pretty much, then he has bishop takes, rook takes. Let me illustrate what I mean. He goes here, here, and he has bishop takes, rook takes, and there's all of a sudden my queen has to move, and there's like no good squares, and then again something, then at that point he would play bishop h7, king here, and then devastation, absolute devastation. So I think the only thing that I might be able to do is play g6 right now. Then after this move, play here. Oh, then he has this. Oh, what a disaster! Do I have to give the exchange here? Here. Do I have this? I mean, this. He can just play g4 at that point. Everything is collapsing. How do I defend? This is quite a hard position to defend. These bishops, dude. Bishops are crazy good. Crazy good. Might have to give up the exchange just because those bishops are that good. I think I mean, I really don't have that much else to do. Like rook a4, rook h4. Not much I can do. Yeah, I have to defend this somehow. If I play this, then yeah, he has bishop h6. At the very least, he would have to give up his bishop for that purpose, which I kind of like. h4 just loses to g4. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is pretty actually, you know what, I could defend it by this way. I don't have to lose exchange, I don't think. But yeah, this is really sad that I have to play that. Okay, just barely holding on. I need to get some moves in, like without interference, like this, exchanging this piece off, something. Otherwise I'm just gonna get crushed by the attack. Okay, so he goes for it. I don't see what his move is after this, so I could play stuff like this. I should probably stay on a light square. Play like this. If I can survive this attack, then I'm pretty much win because I'm a pawn up. So I cannot pretty much win. I have a more or less easy game after that because I'm up a pawn. But yeah, how is he gonna break? I'm not really that certain how he's gonna break. Okay. I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. My queen's on this thing. I could take that and like make him burn a tempo if I wanted to. I guess his intention is to play some sort of check like queen c3 and have me play f6. I'm fine with that though. It's not that much wrong with it. Yeah, I don't know. This is still defended. My knight is in a good position. Yeah, he takes up the knight. Makes sense. Yeah, the point is like he can play this, but I mean, it's not even a check right now, and I have these points defended, so I'm not sure what he's getting at. If he lets me, I would really like to play c5, bring the rook here, and yeah, okay, so he's gonna play this. This is his intention. Makes sense. I might have to respond to that by using f6, like no question about it. Probably have to do that, but I think I'll play this first, e6, and in response to this, I can play f6, and then this is coming rook e7, rook e6, rook e8, sorry, Yep, so he's trying to infiltrate here. Makes sense. I need to stop it. I could play like this. Oh, that actually seems not bad. Let's play here. Let's play here because I'm sure to know, but then. Oh, this is really awkward. Oh no, but that just loses directly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to exchange one pair of rooks. Yeah, gonna have to do it. Yeah, so this is one more than I can handle with the pressure, so I'm gonna have to go like here. Yep, and again, now it's really the critical point. His resources are stretched to the limitation. I'm not sure how he's defending because right now my rook gives quite enough support. So even if he plays something like this, he really can't take on h7. Okay, I don't know what that's about. He's trying to get this check in. Makes sense. Makes sense. Can I defend it? Do I have to defend it? Yeah, I have to defend it. There are no other checks. Oh, I could play something like this. I actually like that a lot. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, I think I can. How do we even proceed? I don't even know how to play. Let's go here. He can take this pawn. I'm absolutely fine with that. My king is in such trouble right now. I don't mind if he takes the pawn. And my time also. Okay, I'm fine with that. Right. So now I can just play this move. No, this is hanging. Now I think I'm actually gonna play h5. He can take this pawn. I have no issues with that. I'm just trying to get something going here. Moves like this. Yeah. What to do? Time. No time at all. Yep. It's a good move. It's funny that he loses game on time after he spent so much time in the opening. But then I guess he put the pressure on much better than I did. Yeah, I guess he thinks he's winning this. He probably is. But then let's probably see what theory says. Theory says that opposite color bishop endings are drawn. Let's see if that's true. Might not be in this case because it's so one-sided. Okay, let's go here. I'll give up that pawn, I don't mind. It's not giving up this pawn. Yeah, there's just no time. This might be a draw for all we know, but there's no time. No time. Alright, good game, dude. Oh, that was so close. Right, that was close. Shame. Time. There's probably one anyway, but yeah, I mean, what happened in that opening today? Was it really bad to take the pawn? I'm not sure. I think my defense was just way too flimsy. See, this is all equal. Okay, this is a bad move apparently. Why? Where did I make the mistake? h5 here. Yeah, you need to know when to play this, otherwise it's really not working out. But yeah, I mean, push block. Yeah, apparently just winning after this. Too much activity. I have to give up too many pawns to just keep making safe. And yeah, the end game is winning. Plus 2.1. Sufficient. I was kind of hoping for some sort of cheesy joke here, because after this point, after a3, I for a split second I thought I could play this, with the idea that if he takes with this or with the queen, either way, oh, that would be check. But yeah, okay, I didn't see that. But I was considering if he played this, then I would have this mate. But obviously, it's not a mate because the bishop conveniently defends the square, which is why it didn't work anyway. So yeah, at this point, time burned. How many pawns am I down? No, I'm up. I'm down 2 pawns. I have to win, but again, let's see what the endgame says at this stage after I've consolidated. Yeah, white's still winning because even though it is opposite colored bishop endgame, 2 pawns are a bit too much to handle. So yeah, what I really want to know is in the opening what went wrong. Right, so the bishops are good enough so that this 1 pawn advantage is not really that much of an advantage. In fact, it's only slightly better for me, like not even better. Yeah, it's oscillating. Slightly discouraging. I always think of pawn as a pawn as a pawn, but sometimes it's not. I guess the bishop pair does count for something. If only I could have got this c6 move, c5 move, and then knight here, I would have been fine. But yeah, I kept the initiative. My opponent did keep the initiative. g6 is the best move. Here, supposed to play h4, but I was worried about this. Stockfish says just leave it here. Now that's really hard to do. How do you accept a position like, oh, you don't take? Oh, yeah, but you need to take care of so many things. This is an invasion point. This is an invasion point. that's really tricky to pull off, unless of course you're a supercomputer. I mean, unless you're a chess engine. Yeah, that's pretty hard. Let's see what else could I have done. Maybe I should do something else in this opening. Maybe I could try nothing inherently wrong with this. I should probably have just stuck to my guns and gone like this. Being ghetto. But yeah. Okay, fine, cool. I'll take that loss. That was a deserved loss. He deserved to win in any case. So what's my rating? 1983. Not bad. Yeah, that's a great year and a reasonable ranking to stop. So I'm going to leave it at that today. Hopefully tomorrow I can jump back in and get to 2K, regardless of how many games it takes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the chess part of the stream. I think I've already overshot my time by about 20 minutes. So I'm going to end the chess part here. So goodbye YouTube, and to Twitch I am going to move on to Type Racer. Goodbye.